guys, welcome to Mondello Park and welcome to a brand new series on the Drift Games YouTube channel brought to you by BC Racing. We're calling it Behind the Smoke at Drift Masters 2023. BC Racing have come on board with us this year to show you everything that happens that you don't see on the main cameras at Drift Masters. We're going to be covering the whole 6 rounds across Europe. But we're starting in our backyard in Mondello Park. And before it kicks off for qualifying today on the Saturday, we got a lot of stuff to show you of how this whole thing comes together. And this is a tricky event for us because we're kind of 3 different things at this event. Number 1, we are the full media team for Drift Masters. We're also doing commentary, we're doing all the video, the photos and all that good stuff. We're also running the car show at Modified Live, which is the car show element of this event. And we're also the promoter for the entire event. So there's kind of 3 things going on at the one time. But what is cool about this Drift Masters event is that we get to have all of our Drift Games cars here, and some of them you haven't seen on the channel yet. So I'm going to give you a little tour of what we've got on the stand this year. Starting off with my finished S14, as you guys can see, this thing is just been wrapped up and it looks sensational. We are actually on the ground here and here, not far from here, so we're pretty low. So this car runs BC Racing coilovers with an airbag conversion with an airlift controller to get that super low. She's running 500 horsepower and it is spicy. We're going to do a video on this car very soon on the road. It is a sketchy car to drive with big wheels, big stance, and it's 500 plus horsepower. It's crazy. Beside us, another car on BC Racing coilovers is our boy Craig's PS13, freshly painted, freshly revealed, and it looks absolutely beautiful. What we love with this one is he's gone a little bit risky with the rear lights. He's gone with some clear tails. I absolutely love them. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Red under white, we got this style, or the full clears? What do you guys think? We got Trev putting in some work, polishing everything up. Hey Trev. And check this out, my PS13 big wheel switch up this year with the Strom wheels, 1 of 1, 3-piece forged. Wheels are so new, they don't even have a model name yet, but they look amazing on this car. Check that fitment out. Boom. Really happy with how that came out. Car also on a BC Racing setup, but it has airbags instead of the springs. So you can get a BC Racing coilover, so you get all the goodness, the adjustability, shock control, the standard shock from a BC Racing coilover, but when you put a bag on it, it's like the best of both worlds. You can go up and down. We got our boy Bingo, Darren Coleman, Craig's dad with his old new Porsche. The dish on these wheels are ridiculous. So this is a Japanese only body kit that converts the 996 Porsche 911 to a very cool old school 80s sort of GT Le Mans style. Looks wicked. We got the Supra lineup. We got my A90 sitting on, of course, 1-piece Stroms, BC Racing coilovers, and we got it beside the old school Supra. So you got the new Supra, you got the old Supra. Looks pretty cool. Over the far side of the stand, we got Josh's RX-7 FC, looking pretty in yellow. Another BC equipped car. Thing looks great. Adam O'Connor. This is a new car for the channel. Adam's been building this off the cameras. It looks really, really cool. It is an MX-5 NA.
Looking very well.
Looks good, Blaine, doesn't it?
Yeah, very jealous.
So we got the purple paint, we got all the spicy bits on there. My favorite part of the car, Adam, is these rear taillights. I don't know if you can see them on the camera, but they are handcrafted.
Where did he get them?
So a girl in the UK, I'm not sure, we'll try and put a link to it, actually takes the standard taillight and carves out the flames.
That's pretty cool.
That's very cool. We got Wayne's car here. Of course, got to keep our boy Wayne happy. We got his beautiful 180 SR 2.2, 500 plus horsepower drift car. And we got my wife's Wrangler blocking off the ambulances. Just the box off the corner. We got the Wrangler here. So that's our stand. And there's one thing missing from the stand, Blaine, which everyone will have seen by now. The Corvette. So the Corvette's going here tomorrow. Well, for you guys, you'll have seen the Corvette already. But at this point in time, nobody has seen the Corvette bar us, and it's going to go on this tough tile setup, this podium, 2 p.m. at the main event tomorrow, and everyone's going to get their reaction. So we'll have that in the next episode. But you know what? We've seen enough of the cars.
Drift cars now.
We got to go look at some drift cars because there is some insane machinery at this event.
Body trippy, yeah, we come in, yes, they're back. Yeah, we walking with a body bag full of cash. Cut from a different rare, we raise it like a flag. Unapologetic. We gon' keep.
So we're about to kick things off on track in just a few moments' time. The machinery this year in Drift Masters is just wild. I mean, obviously the European Championship has been going now for probably 6-7 years maybe, but every year the trucks get bigger, the rigs get bigger, the power gets bigger, and I never thought we'd see brand new from the showroom cars. This is the brand new Toyota GR86 from Juha Rintanen. Brand new build. The car was bought brand new, stripped, turned into a drift car, 2JZ, almost 1,000 horsepower, straight out the box. Wild.
And this is probably by far one of my favourite cars in the grid, just because of that engine.
Yeah, I like the colour scheme of Laurie Heinen's car. I also very much like the engine setup. So this is a NASCAR V8. This thing revs to like 9.5, 10,000 RPM. So normally V8s rev quite low and they're very grunty. This thing is a screamer. When we get this on track later on, no one's going to be able to ignore it. One of my favorite cars every year is Kuba Pushkonski's. He's here ready to go with a new car. Hey Kuba.
Hello.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
And again, this car was new last year, but already this is your old car now because you've done some events in the car. You're getting used to it?
We are getting, but still we are working on it. It's a lot of changes and we are working, but from run to run I'm getting better.
You're getting more comfortable?
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
Brand new car.
Amazing.
So it's the Toyota GR86.
With the B58 engine.
What's the B58 from the Supra?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, so it's not 2J.
No
2J.
2J.
No more 2Js.
No,
it's the new 2J.
I think this era of 2JZ is getting...
It's getting low. So you have Toyota's baby supercar with the engine from the big big sports car.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing you rip this weekend. Best of
you.
luck. Enjoy. All right, so we are here at Peter Vjainsek. So he's the current defending two-time champion. Peter was supposed to be debuting his new Supra at this event, but some technical difficulties, he didn't get it done in time. So he brought his two S15s, and the crazy thing about this is these are two identical cars, over 1,000 horsepower S15s. One car he can only use for competition, but the reason they have the second car is it actually takes up so much less space and it's more practical in a way for them to have a second car. One, so he doesn't lose any practice, he can continue, or if they're swapping something from one car to the other, it's all perfectly in place of where it's replacing the other side. So if you want to swap an engine, steering, suspension, wiring, it's just about swapping one from the other to make sure it works. And the thing they find is with problem solving, if you have a small little issue, it's so much easier to swap something like a lead or a coil or whatever and know that that's the issue straight away and save yourself a ton of time. So that's how it works. But things not going so well for Naoki Nakamura, who brought his car over from Japan. This is his D1 winning car, and this is a 2JZ car. So it seems what they're trying to figure out, and they've been working on this car all night, is that the crank sensor in the car misread or failed, and the car revved up to like 11, 12,000 RPM. So I'm not sure if the engine is going to be fixable for qualifying. The fact that I don't see too much panic right now before qualifying means that it doesn't look good, but we'll keep our eyes on this one. But a lot of work on into this one, trying to get it going. But unfortunately, the car did probably 2 laps yesterday and didn't sound too good. So yeah, this is the harsh reality of Drift Masters. Looking very fresh this season is the Shanahans. They are running same wheels that we have on some of our drift cars, the strong DS35, sitting on the tough tile, bringing the game. And Connor's got a little freshen up on his car, a little bit of diff delivery, got the white wheels and the white splitter. I really like that look. Jack's though quite dramatically changes this car. Both of these run Link ECUs. I will say one thing about Jock's car looking very tasty this year, so the boys are heading out for practice very soon before qualifying, so all eyes will be on them. They've been in second and third place in the championship for the last 3 or 4 years, so this hopefully is the year for those boys to step up a rank. To the man himself,
what's up?
Connor Shanahan, who has come a long way from beating me about 5 years ago in an Irish Pro-Am competition. Car looking very fresh, ready to go. So we're saying you guys have been kind of on the cusp of the top level of the championship for like what, 3, 4, 5 years now?
Yeah.
And then it's just been at the last hurdle the horse falls over. So
I feel like it's been such a journey, and I think it's hard to like look at it in a negative way, because I feel like any time we've been let down, it's kind of, I think driver-wise we're there for sure, but I'm personally just proud to be here as always, and the team have done a great job, and that's kind of been the main. I always knew that winning a championship is more than just me and Jack.
Yeah.
It's about the team building the puzzle together. And
that's the thing, everyone sees the car, they see the
driver.
driver.
They have no idea.
There's like 20 guys behind it covered in oil just trying to...
This team has been like literally my family grafting their whole life for quite a long time, and now it's kind of at a place where the team is a little bit financially stable, which is probably the most proud moment for me and Jack. I think that's more rewarding than anything, to know that you know, we have the people we need here to work, we have all the parts, we have the spare parts, we rebuilt both cars, and Jack's done a great job. So let's see. I think this is the one. I think I'm gonna be going harder than I've ever went before.
What I love about it is that, you know, you guys look at like say second and third in the championship as almost like a negative towards the year, and then you look around the rest of the grid and go, that is not a bad place to be with the amount of talent here.
We want to win, as always. Since we've been driving, since we've been kids, no matter it's karts or racing cars, we've always wanted to win, and my dad's not a happy man when we lose, which I'm sure you know.
I've seen, I've been on the other side.
We've grew up with no other choice, but that's a good thing. We wouldn't change it for the world.
No, competitive nature is, you need it now.
We enjoy it.
There's no, I think at this level of drifting, you can't just turn up and have fun, because you have to be clued in.
And I think it's great that we're here, and I think everybody's done a great job again. This is the place to be, you know. It's walking around, seeing people rock in here with brand new trucks, brand new cars. It's cool. It's cool. It's come
a long way.
For sure.
Come a long way.
I'm glad to be a part of it. And,
well, keep bringing the entertainment. I hope you guys do well this weekend.
Appreciate it.
We'll be cheering you on.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
See you, Connor. Alright, what you guys don't really see when you watch Drift Masters live on Red Bull TV is the amount of work and people behind the scenes making that broadcast happen. We started doing live stream for IDC, which is probably about 8 years ago. It was one transit van, a great crew from Ireland called See It Live, shout out to them all, and now it's just gone to full TV production, rehearsals. It is crazy. Check out the amount of equipment these guys have to bring with them everywhere they go. Busy. These guys are working super hard, and we have to bring in a lot of these offices, so you'll see them here, all production offices, which are pretty much for all of the teams, the staff. So we have production meetings, rehearsals. It is a proper TV show now.
Actually working on this.
So would you believe, working on the Red Bull TV production between the drone guys, the onboard cameras, I think there's 92 people.
Seriously?
And that's not including judges, Ian and I in the commentary tower, or any of that. That's just...
Or our media team.
So that's probably 110 people working on the media for Drift Masters, which is mind-blowing. But they're all in the offices now, so I'm going to try and sneak in. I'm just going to do this without asking any permission, so I'm just going to walk in and try and show everything that's going on in here. So this is the brain of the operation. These are the very special gentlemen that run all of this in behind the scenes. You can see this is all the production suite, so director, producer, switcher, sound, everything here. As you can see, it's very complicated. This is all color adjustment for the cameras. They're actually just testing the cameras out. So this is you can see the outside of the car, you can see the inside of the car, all the multiple camera angles. This is all the cameras feeding back, so they switch between them live. So this is kind of how all the magic happens.
Let's get out.
Hello, Dave.
Wie heißt der Israeli? Egal.
Sadi.
Okay, sag einfach Israeli.
Sadi.
It's all very busy in there. See the big Kev. We're going to go to the tower now, where Ian and I and all the judges will be for the rest of the weekend. Tower has a little bit of nostalgia behind it, but I'm going to talk about that when we get there. Alright guys, we are here in the tower. And this tower was built on top of a Mercedes Sprinter van. And this van was actually the first thing I ever purchased on my drift career. So when I started running the Irish Drift Championship about 8-10 years ago, this was the first thing we bought, and we converted the roof of it into a platform, because we used to put up and down scaffolding every time. It took like hours. So this goes up in like half an hour. and it's still here. It's still the tower in Ireland used. It's now used for the Irish Drift Championship.
Well, the technology in here has gotten a little bit better though as well.
Small bit better than my laptop and an iPhone cable, just keeping the whole thing going. So this is our view for the weekend. So what's really strange about commentary at Drift Masters is we actually don't see any drifting in real life most of the time. We watch it all through the screen. You can see here Kevin Quinn, they're testing the cars right now, just blew the back tyre off the rim there. So a little bit of action straight away in practice. 2 seconds away from Deane came to party this weekend for sure. We've got a full information iPad here, so this gives us all the scores from the judges. It gives us telemetry, stuff like that. Here we can choose to speak to the director, to the track manager, to whoever we want. We've got on airs and mutes, so if you want to have a cough or you want to have a drink, you got to mute it, because otherwise everyone at home is listening to gloop gloop gloop, so you have to basically mute all that stuff. These are our headsets, and basically look at Deane, boom, knocking cones over on the screen. So yeah, we got a great view from every single angle, and this is kind of the best seat in the house. So the judges are over here. They've got their own 3-screen setup and a camera on Kevin, the head judge. This is the cool bit. So this particular system here allows a 4th judge. They're not making any decisions, but when there's an incident on track, they can rewind through all of the different camera angles and have them set up. So 4 or 5 camera angles, just at that corner, they can show it back to the judges. So the decisions are always pretty predictable in Drift Masters because of the tech they're using. They can watch it from every single angle. And this year, they can even watch what's happening in the car. So did he pull the handbrake? Did he brake? There's no question anymore, because they can just see in the car what the driver did.
That's like VAR.
That is pretty much Drift VAR. So they'll watch the run as normal, they'll watch the replay as normal, and if they still have a question after that, they can go to all 5 or 6 different camera angles and just watch that particular part of the track, meaning that a lot of the judging decisions are based on so much information, they don't generally get them wrong. I mean, it's human error at the end of the day if they do, but they have so much help in Drift Masters that it keeps it consistent for the drivers. And with everybody traveling so far and spending so much money, it's nice that we have something so rock solid to judge them on. Alright guys, qualifying is starting for round 1 of Drift Masters. Let's get to it.
What a way to kick off round 1 of the 2023 Drift Masters European Championship. Qualifying was nothing short of exciting and entertaining. Let's take a look at the top 3 moments. In 3rd place was Conor Shanahan, an impressive run in challenging weather conditions.
Very well, nice entry from Conor Shanahans, gets it perfect on those inside lines. Really nice from Conor Shanahans. Absolutely textbook so far, does a good job of staying to that end. So he is a very technical driver, he doesn't make many errors. When that car is working, he said he's always working, it's all about the car. And he goes, this is perfect from Conor Shanahans so far. Very technical all the way around the circuit, exactly.
In 2nd place was Jack Shanahan. Not to be outdone by his younger brother, Jack went one better and put in a 94-point run in challenging weather conditions too.
Jack Shanahan goes for it, he's super wide, he's on the rumble strips, but he keeps it together. Shanahan deep on inside zone 1, goes very wide, drops the wheel in the mud, but he doesn't care, he keeps going. Look at the line into outside zone 4, hammers the throttle down as he now dials on the angle, looks for outside zone 5, collects it perfectly, goes for the wall run, and Shanahan gets the job done. Look how wide he's in 6, just flirting with the edge of the circuit, onto the wall, outside zone 7, in the bag.
But taking 1st place, the one and only James the Machine Deane. A pinpoint accurate run with an initiation that they said couldn't be done. That initiation alone was worth all of the points.
Look at that from James Deane as he absolutely annihilates the first outside zones on the foot brake. Whackers going. James Deane is dialed, he's a man possessed as he looks for the wall, gets it absolutely pinpoint perfect. And James Deane sticks it to the wall once again and goes wider again to the edge of the
the circuit and says, job done.
That's a masterclass right there. We've just watched so many drivers struggle with that initiation, and some of the best in the business have said, I ain't playing with that, I'm coming in safe. He threw it 90 degrees on the first corner, and he's pumped that grandstand up now. Well, here we are, the calm after the literal storm that was Mondello today. Very wet in qualifying. James Deane, that lad, top qualifying, and it was a really good day. We had a fun time getting back into the swing of it with Ian on the commentary, had a blast, all the team were working super hard. But today is only the warm-up, and this video is only the warm-up really for the next video you're going to see on the channel, which is the main event day. We've broken the attendance record for a pro drift event in Mondello Park. We got all our cars on display. We're revealing the Corvette to the public for the first time. We got the best drifters in the world here. This has been BC Racing's Behind the Smoke on Drift Games at Drift Masters, and you don't want to miss the next episode because it's going to be fire.